Hey guys, Kalai Brink here, and I wanted to come on here. I've been getting a lot of questions on how I've been able to lose my baby weight really quickly, and one of the things that I'm doing is intermittent fasting. So I'm going to kind of go over what intermittent fasting is, how you can incorporate it, and then kind of what I do to get benefits from intermittent fasting, and what are those benefits that you can get as well from intermittent fasting. So first and foremost, intermittent fasting is literally just a concept of fasting during a certain period of time, or condensing it into certain hours of the day, or some people call it like a window of time, fasting within a window of time. So this is just condensing the calories into a certain period of time. It doesn't mean that you can eat more calories or go crazy. Some people have that misconception that just as long as you eat in that window of time, you can eat whatever you want, which is totally a myth. You want to obviously still eat what your normal daily calorie intake would be, but just eating it in that certain window of time. And if you're looking for fat loss results, of course, you can always track calories if you wanted to, or if you're following a keto diet, you can always track, obviously, your carbs, fats, and proteins and stuff like that, and see where you're at, and then do that. I don't personally track any of that stuff, but if I were to get really strict, they have an awesome app called the Carb Tracker, I believe it's called, Carb Tracker, or Carb Manager, I think it is, which is really good for if you're doing a more keto diet. Otherwise, of course, Fitness Pal, all those are if you're doing calorie. If you're trying to really look into that fat loss, calories in versus calories out is going to get you fat loss, so obviously decrease your calories expenditure, and then you're going to see more fat loss. And you'll kind of notice that it might seem really hard at first when you first start intermittent fasting, but it's going to get easier after a couple weeks of doing it, after you get used to it. For me, I kind of naturally moved into doing intermittent fasting because I take exogenous ketones, and I just drink those first thing in the morning, and then I don't feel hungry until usually 1-2 o'clock, and that's when I'll break my fast, and then eat my lunch for the day. And I usually break my fast around 1, sometimes 2 o'clock, depending on the day. And then I eat in an 8-hour window. So if I broke my fast at 1, then I'm gonna obviously have my last meal before 9 o'clock, or be done eating by 9 o'clock. If I break my fast at 2 o'clock, I'm gonna be done eating by 10 o'clock. So kind of go off of an 8-hour window, and there's different types of intermittent fasting, but I go off an 8-hour window. And so say you're a super early person, you get up at like 4:30 in the morning, you're probably not gonna want to, or maybe you would be starving by 1-2 o'clock. So just move your windows. Maybe you start eating at 11, then your last meal would be done before 7 o'clock. So wherever you want to move that window, totally fine. Make it custom to your lifestyle. If you are a crazy night owl, maybe you don't start eating till 3 o'clock and you finish at 11 o'clock. So just change it however your lifestyle is, and eat in that 8-hour window. And drink lots and lots of water. You can drink tea, coffee. This is all before you start break your fast. But of course, don't add any sugars or creamers or any of that stuff to your coffee, because that obviously is going to break your fast. So as soon as you kind of add calories in, that's going to be breaking your fast. So I eat a lot of the same foods. Everyone always asks me, like, what do you eat during your in your hour window or your 8-hour window? And I kind of eat a lot of the same things, just because I find healthy foods that I really like, and I really don't have time to meal prep and do all that stuff, so I just kind of eat the same things, and I don't mind doing that. I enjoy them. Some people like lots of variety, so just find whatever healthy foods you guys like, and then eat those foods. So for me, lots of scrambled eggs, egg whites, spinach with the egg whites and onions, really lean venison meat, beef and chicken, and leafy green vegetables, different stuff like that. I eat a lot of that during that 8-hour window. And I used to, like I said, eat like 6 small meals a day, because that's what I was told, and you need to eat breakfast, and then you need to eat all these different small meals. And what you're doing is you're actually increasing your insulin, and it's going up and down, which can actually hinder you from weight loss, just from the studies I've read. So this intermittent fasting, really you don't need to eat until you're hungry. So like I said, I personally drink like exogenous ketones, You can watch tons of my other videos that are on my YouTube channel if you're interested in that. And I'll post the links below as well for if you're interested at all about learning about exogenous ketones, the ones I take, our company, and how they can work for you. I'll post all that information below. But I do use those to help me with my intermittent fasting just because they naturally help me feel full, and then I don't need to break my fast till later. So they've just kind of naturally, since I started taking those, that's how I've incorporated this intermittent fasting, because it's just kind of happened naturally for me. And I've heard so much good research and stuff about intermittent fasting that I started to just do it. And like I said, it just kind of happened naturally. And now I just noticed that that's how I do it. So I stay with that. And I used to, like I said, prep like 6 meals a day and prep and this different food groups and all of that. And now I just kind of follow a keto-ish diet. I'm not super strict about it. I just kind of eat healthy and then kind of eat a little bit more on the keto side. Healthy fats, moderate protein, low carbs, and just eat like 3, maybe 4 meals. Usually it's like 3 bigger meals is what I eat, and I don't snack in between any of those either. Every now and then I might have to have some almonds or something like that, but usually I don't even snack in between. I'm also a registered nurse, so I don't really have time to be snacking, so that helps as well with intermittent fasting. So some of you guys might want to know also, I've been asked, like, should I train fasted, meaning like should I be working out while I'm fasted? So work out first thing in the morning before you break your fast. If you can, I definitely think that will increase your results, have more mental clarity, and everything like that. It doesn't work with my schedule and having a newborn and working a full-time job and everything like that to work out in the morning. And I personally just rather work out on my way home from work. That's what works best for me. I stop in the gym. It's kind of my alone time before I head home to newborn baby and chaos. So that's what works for me. So do whatever works for you guys. But if you can work out in a fasted state, I really think you're going to help deplete those fat cells and everything like that even faster. Of course, maybe if you have a heavy leg day or something that day, you're going to maybe want to eat later in the afternoon and then work out in the evening, just so you have that extra energy and fuel for you doing that leg day. But like I said, do whatever works for you. That's just what works for me. I drink my ketones usually, and then I'll go work out, and then I have my supper when I come home, and then that's all I do. So how do you begin fasting? Like I said, just pick whatever window of time, that 8-hour window of time that you guys works best for your schedule, and then get started. And maybe you have to push it back. Maybe you have to change it. Like I said, sometimes I change mine. One day I might eat at 1 till 9, and the next day I might not start eating till 2 o'clock, and then I go till 10 o'clock. So whatever works for you guys, just start that 8-hour period of time, and just know that it's probably going to be a little hard for you at first. And maybe you have to start out with a 10-hour window and then keep decreasing it as you can. Like, just don't feel bad if you guys can't do it all out right away. It takes time to get used to. So just give yourself grace and, start out slow with maybe a bigger window, and then move it down to that 8-hour window as you're able to. And let's see, I'm checking. I wrote little notes here. So benefits of intermittent fasting, there's a ton, but and you guys can Google, and I'm sure you've researched it, and maybe that's how you found my video here. But so you are going to decrease inflammation. It's going to aid in fat loss, obviously, and then and eating less, all that stuff is going to aid in fat loss. Improve your cognitive function, mental clarity, so much better. Improve your health overall, your sleep, digestion. It increases your insulin sensitivity and decreases that insulin within the body, so it's going to help regulate everything, and that has lots of benefits as well. And just remember, this isn't a diet. It's kind of a tool to help you with fat loss, to help you with different health benefits. So don't think of it as a diet. Think of it as a tool in your toolkit to help you with health, fat loss, and all of those other things that I mentioned above. If you guys have any other questions, please just send me an email and I'd be happy to answer them. ketonursekalai@gmail.com. I'll post all my information. You guys can follow me here, Instagram, Facebook, my email. If you're interested at all about all the different, you guys can see the different flavors behind me, about exogenous ketones, how I use those, what I eat. I do have a free group where I talk about those ketones. I have meal plans, keto-based meal plans in there. I share what I'm eating, my exercising, all that stuff in that free group. So I'll link that below here, and feel free to join us in that group. Otherwise, check out my other videos if you have questions, and we'll talk to you guys later.